Hey guys, I'm Joe and I'm here to introduce to you more about a Demon Slayer in Maplestory. I may not be a pro or anything, but I hope it inspires some to enjoy the beauty of a Demon Slayer and will play this character in this game. So I will tell you more about the skills of a Demon Slayer and the potential stats when you get Arcane Force of my level, and lastly my equipment, and then I'll show you all the skills when I'm hitting mobs. Yeah. So let's go to my skills. So when you first join as a Demon Slayer, you will see the first drop skills, which is the normal Demon Lash, and then you have some buffs. Yeah. So it's second drop, third drop, fourth drop. So this is the fourth drop, which is the most important one. And your normal attack skill that you usually use, the skill that you usually use is actually Demon. Yeah, pardon my guildmates and who are all around me. Yeah, so it's Demon Impact that you usually use, and then for long range would be Infinite Concussion. But Demon Thresh is what we use to replenish your Demon Force, which you have. So instead of MP as a Demon Slayer, you have Demon Force, right? So you can replenish it by using Cerberus as well. And Cerberus is actually one of your hyper skills. So it's something that you have to constantly keep using so as to replenish your Demon Force. At the same time, it reduces your cooldown of Blue Blood. As you can see that cooldown minus 3 seconds every time 50 force is absorbed, and to get 50 force you use Cerberus, which helps you to absorb 50 more fury, as it says at the last line. So that's how you manipulate this Blue Blood. And what does Blue Blood do? Blue Blood actually doubles your lines. So for my normal Demon Impact, it actually hits 6 times, which is 6 lines. And if you use Blue Blood, it will become 12 lines. And you will see all this when I show it to you later on. So this is your very important skills, and is usually at the 4th drop. Find and make the warrior, etc. So let's come to V Matrix. In V Matrix, the very important cores are actually your skill cost, your tri cost, and HS in particular. However, the rest is important after you have maxed. So the very important things to max is actually your skill cost, and your skill cost would be Demon Awakening, Jamun. I have no idea how to read it, but I call it the snake, and the twin vicious twin gods, which is Orthrus. Yeah, actually I call them the doggies. So it's basically the 2 dogs and the snake, and like the Demon Awakening. So what does Demon Awakening do? It actually boosts your normal attack skill. And what's your normal attack skill? Is basically this one, you can shield force. And if you use Demon Awakening, as you can see, it's my pitch down, it will become this, and it will help replenish, and if you keep using it, you will automatically summon Cerberus every 8 seconds, as you have seen. And that, at the same time, you can use the Cerberus outside. Yeah. And then, so you can see that this is actually a very important skill. It has 65% crit rate and ignores 50% monster defense and 50% boss damage. So you have to know that DS is good in a certain way. It's because all the skills inside consist of boss damage and ignore defense. And even its normal skill, which is Demon Impact over here, which is 100% crit rate, ignore defense of 30%, and damage on boss 40%. Yeah. So this is the things that you have to take note of. So the next skill V core that you actually have to max, well, should max, is like, there's 3, but I do advise you that maybe you should start with Demon Awakening followed by the 2 doggies, then the snake. Why the snake last is that they are all good in DPSing, but the snake wise, because when you leave it there, it's stationary. So this is how the snake looks like. So it will be stationary, and the boss might not be binded, and then it might fly somewhere around the map. So it might like come all the way here, and then it will not be hit. So there's something that is different about this skill, which is that it's a stationary skill. Yeah. So yeah, this is actually all my guildmates. So say hi to them. Yeah, so basically this is what's happening, and they actually know that I'm recording. Okay, let's go back to what we were talking about. So basically Demon Awakening followed by the 2 doggies and my snake. It's actually a dragon, and I do know it's a dragon, but I just say it's a snake because it looks like a snake to me. Yeah. Followed by my V course. Okay, what I do about my V try course is that I make one set. So there's demons, and I get 6 skills. So my 6 skills would be Demon Impact, Metamorphosis, Demon Cry, Cerberus, Infernal Concussion, and lastly Demon Lash. So it would be these 6 skills. Demon Lash, yeah, all these. And how do I make only 4 tri-cores is that I match them. So there is Demon Impact, Demon Cry, and Cerberus here. I'll make another set with all the other 3, instead the other 3. So it will be Metamorphosis, Lash, and Infernal Concussion. So it makes a 6. And then followed by another set which has all 6 skills as well. So this is Cerberus, Demon Cry, Demon Lash, and Infernal Concussion, Demon Impact, Metamorphosis. So this is one set, and this is the other set. So so I know that I will max, if I max this and this together, both of it will become 25, and then followed by another. So why is there a plus 10 to make it a 60 is because there's an enhancement slot. As you level up, one enhancement slot actually levels your skill by 2 levels. So your master level is originally 50, and then it will become 60 because of your level enhancement. So one level gives you one enhancement slot. So when you use it, so as you can see, for example, at the Demon Awakening, it will add a plus 5. Sorry, plus 5. Oh, I get it now. Okay, so basically it's a plus 5. Yeah, each enhancement actually levels 1 time. So yeah, so it's a plus 5. Why is there a plus 10 is because as you can see, there's 2 tri-cores, and I have 2 sets of it. So there's a Demon Impact here, and there's a Demon Impact here. So it's a plus 5 here and a plus 5 here. That's why there's a plus 10. Yeah. So basically that's about it. That's how you get another plus 10. And the important ones is basically these 3 skills and your 4 tri-cores. And the next most important one will be your HS, because as you increase your level of your HS, it will increase the percentage of XP gain, which is the next level will probably be 27%, and drop rate will increase as well. It will be as good as the normal HS, but it's good enough. And then maybe you can up the cat and aura weapon and the bullhead, if that's called. Why is this better than upgrading Sharp Eye and Advanced Blessing? Advanced Blessing and Sharp Eye is equally important, but what's so different about them is just that when you increase the level of it, it only reduces the cooldown. It increases the buff duration. Yeah, increases the buff duration. So you see, maximum hit MP at the last part by 475 for 213 seconds. At the next level, it will probably increase by 4 seconds or something like that. So it happens for this, the decent sharp eye, decent advanced blessing, as well as the decent speed infusion. So I stopped at around 8-11, and yeah, so that's about it. So there is the rope connect, which I need to use when I do Spirit Savior, and yeah. So these are the things that I mixed up for my So what happens when you max it out? This is basically the skills. Demon Awakening. It increases your buff duration, and this is how it looks like when it's mixed. And your sneak, it will be also 100% crit rate and ignores 50% of the monster defense, and these are the doggies. It comes out during intervals, so there's also 100% crit rate and an ignore defense of 50%. Yeah, as you can read. So these are the important skills that you need for the matrix, and I'll show them to you later, because some of the skills only come out when you hit the mobs. Alright, so let's go to stats. So I may not be very strong at everything, but the very basic ones is, as usual for all jobs, is that you have to start by damage, followed by boss damage, ignore defense, and for Demon Slayer, of course, your Demon Force must be maxed, so that it will be 170, and then you start with your basic stats, which is strength. So there is strength, and that's about it. So note that it's very crit damage. So you first go damage, boss damage, ignore defense, crit damage, strength, and then if you have extras, you can go for dex. But things will be different, as there will be a update as a notice from my KMS that there will be XP and Arcane Force, etc. added into Hypersets. Yeah, so this is what is important as of now. And inner ability, mine is not done, but your first line should be boss damage, or if you really want to have buff duration, which is good for your blue blood, would be a 50% buff duration. So this would be either a damage on boss 20%, or a buff duration 50%. Yeah. Buff duration. Yeah. So that's about it. Okay, so how I get really high strength is mostly, I feel, is from my Arcane Force. So my Arcane Force is actually 1040, and I maxed the first two, and yeah. So all these you have to do daily to get them. And yeah, this is my equipment. It's not something that is very strong. I feel my equipments are not particularly strong, so I feel that for people who don't want to fund that much, you should look more towards the statistics. I mean, not statistics, oh my gosh, the set effects, and to increase your boss damage. My boss damage naturally not very high, and I actually depend a lot on all my skills, which has increase of 50% boss damage, etc. But it doesn't increase that much. It says 50%, but there's a calculation to say how much it actually increased, and I don't really go and calculate it, but yeah. So how do I get this boss damage? It's actually from, like, I guess from my legend. Yeah, I guess I only have one legend. But okay, where does your boss damage actually usually come from is for now is your title, because the title that I'm currently wearing is from the Alliance one. Sorry. Yeah, and it increases boss damage by 30%, which is quite a lot. Yeah, it's quite a lot. Yeah, but including that, what's so important about equipment is that there is a calculation of what is the best set for you to get the highest boss damage. And that is if you don't have Arcane Shade. So without Arcane Shade, your best set would be using Fafnir weapon, top, bottom, and a Chaos Bellum hat. Why Chaos Bellum hat? It can be a Chaos Band, anything Chaos, and as long as it's Chaos Root Beast. Chaos Root Beast, what I mean is that there is the 4 doors, right? There's the Chaos Band hat, there's the Chaos Bellum hat, there's the Chaos Crimson Queen hat. As long as it's Chaos, use them because it's a lucky item. As you can read from below, it's a lucky item that included in all set items that has more than 3 with more than 3 items. So it's good for your Absolab set. So as you can see from the side set effect, with Absolab you get a 5 set effect with 20 attack and a damage on boss 30%. So that's what you should aim for, and include the full set of Fafnir set with a 30% boss damage. And if you, I give an example because this is my Fafnir Highness Warrior Helm, but I unveiled it. If I do not wear this, if I don't wear this, and I wear my Highness Helm, my boss damage would decrease, like a lot, 30%. So what's so important about it is that it's a set item, because if I don't have my Chaos Vellum hat, I don't have the 5th set effect in my Absolab. However, I maintain my set effect in my Fafnir. So to get both set effects and increase one more set effect in Absolab, which I will get a 30% boss damage, I would use a Chaos Vellum helm. Yeah, so that's it. And another 30% of boss damage is, you can see from your weapon, there is a 30% base, and from my flame, I got an extra 12%. So this is how it goes. I'll talk to you more about flames another time or maybe later on. But this is how things goes. So basically full Fafnir set with a Chaos helmet, and the other 4 Absolab items would be your cape, glove, shoulder, and shoe. Yeah. So that's it. And my equipment would be signet ring. Okay, there are rings that I prefer as well, which is Hackathon ring. I would rather use that, but I'm too lazy to go make a ring. So yeah, Hackathon ring is a good ring for you to use, and I sold mine off. But yeah, other than that, Kana ring is very important. As long as you get 17, if you want to risk it, because there's only one in your whole character, you can get it once. If you boom it, if you start and you boom it, you have to get another one by PSOKing from another character, and it costs $15. So congratulations. Okay, yeah. So these are my items. So that's what I advise you to get for your boss damage. Yeah. So another reason why I can increase my damage is also because of Union. So what is so good about Union is that mine is still currently at 4.9, and a level 200 is an SS card, followed by 200 and below would be an S, and then A would come down to 140 and below, and B would be 100 and below. And then you use the Tetris that you can pick from here. So for example, I got this from this guy. Yeah. So it's like you don't have to calculate that kind of thing. You just turn it like a Tetris to fit in wherever you want. Yeah. So I put it here, and then you just, yeah, crit damage and boss damage is important. We don't need crit rate because we're a Demon Slayer. Ignore defense, it is important, but it's more important for crit damage. Crit damage is calculated to be more important than ignore defense. So this is how it goes. And with that, Union. Check out more about Union in other platforms, but Union is especially important. The unit force, this is what you get with the Tetris, and this is what you get if you level up your cards to SS rank. So Give an example, an SS rank would be a Yunwo, right? So my Yunwo SS rank is a 5% crit damage increase, and every rank will give you more or less. So if it's actually an S rank, it would have been a 4% instead, this kind of thing. And you can see that Mercedes gave me a reduced cooldown. And what's important for Demon Slayer is more towards a boss damage, which a Demon Avenger can give me. So I would level my Demon Avenger to level 200. As long as your 200 is an SS rank, to get your SSS rank would be a level 250, which I haven't met yet. So this is what is. That's for Union. This is how you increase your range and maybe your crit damage, your ignore defense, all through. Oh, there's no ignore defense in Union, but there is in Link. So now I introduce you more towards the Link part. Let me set someone. So as you can see, thank you is here. So alright, that aside, we also have the Link skills that is very important, which is Kana, Demon Avenger, Hayato, Angelic Bastard, Ilium, Arc. All this is very important, and you yourself have your own Link skill, which is already very good because it increases 15% boss damage. So the one good for training for XP would be Mercedes, Aran, and Evan. This is about it. So other than that, it's pretty good. So these are your Link skills. So all these actually helps to increase your range and stuff like this. So talking about inner ability again, 20% boss damage or 50% buff duration, and then it will be a 38% buff duration if you have gotten your 20% boss damage, which I would prefer. And then your last line will probably be an attack line of, if I'm not wrong, a maximum of 10 plus. Yeah, that one I'm not very sure, but this is how it goes. So now let's show you my skills, and I will go Aspera. So Aspera, there is this map, which is very good for my training. And okay, so first I will always use my Dark Metamorphosis. Okay. Use my Dark Metamorphosis, and then I would use my Blue Blood. And then what does Blue Blood do? Increases your lines. This is the number of lines you will see. Yeah. And then if you use Demon Awakening, it's equally important. Okay, there's another thing that you should know about Demon Slayer is that it has something called Chaos Lock. It teleports you like this around the map, and it's very useful when you are killing bosses to just tele to the boss. For example, Chaos Vellum is gonna take a deep breath and it will be on the other side of the map. All you have to do is press Chaos Lock and it will teleport to the boss. Yeah, that's how good it is, and I feel it's very useful when you're mobbing as well. Another thing is that if you put your snake here, you can go to the other side of the map and whack, and then it will just help to hit. So that's one thing about the snake that is very good for mobbing. The other thing is that if you use your doggy, it goes when you are hitting, so it helps you hit So you can see the dots comes out during different intervals. Yeah, no matter what skill you're using. Or yeah. It's good, I guess. Like you don't intentionally want to kill the mob, and it helps a lot for mobbing. And then bossing as well increases your DPS by a lot. So that's my doggy for you. And then of course HS is important. And there's the cat skill, which you have seen earlier. So this is what it is. Alright. So what I mean by using different intervals to replenish your cooldown is that as you can see in the blue blood now the cooldown is high. And if you use Demon Awakening, you will use Cerberus, and Cerberus decrease a 3-second cooldown for blue blood. You don't see it now, but later if I use Cerberus when the cooldown is 60 seconds or below, you can see that there's a sudden decrease in the cooldown. So let's wait for a few moments. So as you can see, I'll use my snake. The server's lagging. Yeah, okay, so you see. Okay, I'll use my servers now. It decreased a lot. You can see the sudden decrease in it. And then you can see that the cooldown is going down by pretty fast. Oh yeah, it jumps down. So that's the purpose of the Cerberus, which is to decrease the cooldown of your blue blood. Alright, so this is a short introduction of Demon Slayer in general. So if you look for more bossing and mobbing, which I will upload more videos about, is like more towards bossing. So you see CRA, HMAC, Lomian, or maybe even lose it. So hope you enjoy this movie and know more about Demon Slayer and what it potentially needs. And do try and come and play Demon Slayer. It's a pretty fun game. Alright, so hope you enjoyed this video and see you again next time.